Hello and welcome to my Let's Play SimCity on Sundays. Alright, so, as most of you who've been following the series know, I've been modernizing and futurizing my cities. This is the main city in my region, called Giovanni Woods in the Gruene region. And I've got a couple of Elite Megatowers going here, and one of the goals in this episode is to get them to have a skybridge to connect them one to the other. I have to get the one over on the right side built up a little bit taller first, so I'm kind of waiting for a couple of sections to finish building before I can put in a skybridge, just because I don't want the skybridge to be too too deeply angled. But in the meantime, going ahead and coming over here to Traviata Knoll, where this is the heavier industrial city with some ore processing and lots of factories and everything. There's an OmegaCo headquarters and factory in here, and I'm also building an Elite Megatower here as well. For now, there's only going to be one here, but I may build others. I think you can have up to 6 in a city. So we'll see if I end up with 6 in all my cities or not. But for right now, this is only going to have 1, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm kind of looking at my commercial properties here. They're coming along pretty nice. I've got one nice, really big road here in the middle of town and everything, and I've got the arena for the region is in this town, and I'm kind of deciding what I'll do, and I ended up doing Legends of Rock because it would attract both low and medium income. I didn't want to do high income only, and I didn't want to do low income only, so doing a mix of low and medium income might attract a larger audience to the arena. It kind of automatically holds events, even if I don't tell it to, but if I tell it to, then it'll hold the specific events I ask it to, so which I think is kind of cool. Here I'm kind of looking at the various control net facilities for the Cities of the Future expansion. You need control net in order to get control net for all the modern buildings, and basically I'm guessing control net is their version of internet, and a lot of their futuristic buildings can't operate without internet. They require it, so always have to make sure you have enough control net, and you have to have enough bandwidth and all that kind of stuff to make sure that you've got that going. And here I'm trying to increase ore production, and I just added a futuristic ore processing thing as well, because I'm trying to get the OmegaCo factory to start producing Omega, and it needs ore first of all, and then it also needs oil. And so we've got enough ore in town, we don't have any oil, so we can produce and provide ore to OmegaCo manually, or but we can't. And here I'm looking for oil, and there's like, nope, there's no oil, so we're gonna have to import the oil. And so for that, I need a trade depot, and there's a lot of abandoned buildings over here. So I'm just kind of destroying a bunch of stuff and putting in some trade ports and trade depots and things. And I need to kind of destroy a bunch of things and kind of reconfigure some of the roads and stuff to accommodate this. There we go. And that way we can, yep, there we go. Put in the oil storage lots so that we can import oil. Also putting in one of these modern airlifting devices, whatever. So, but here we go. So now we can import oil for the OmegaCo needs. And just make sure we have enough delivery trucks. If you don't have enough delivery trucks, you don't deliver enough oil in enough time and stuff like that. It kind of limits how much. It's almost like a bandwidth problem, actually. So if you can max out your trucks, it's a good thing. And for those of you who might be new watching my episodes, yes, I do use the money cheat. So I'm not you know, you can see I'm running a deficit, and I'm still got a lot of money in my budget. So, but that's mainly because I use the money cheat. I especially for these videos and things, you know, there's a couple cities I'm running that don't use the cheats, but things go very, very slowly if you don't use the money cheat. Building a city takes a lot of time, especially for someone like me who's really bad at budgeting their money. And so the videos I was doing before with that were a bit boring. So I've switched to using the money cheat just so that I can build bigger and faster. I mean, there's still a lot of challenges, things to balance and that kind of thing. But if I don't have to balance money along with those, it makes for a much more entertaining video. So anyway, all right, and there I've got another trade depot with some stuff that I'm exporting. So we've got a lot of metal that we're producing that we can export out to the wide community. So that's a way to kind of offset the cost of importing oil for OmegaCo. And you can see OmegaCo is now up and operational. It's got all that purple smoke coming out of it. Not entirely sure what the heck Omega is, but it's supposed to be something that factories, they want to hook factories on using Omega for their productions and stuff. So anyway, I haven't quite figured out what their devious plot is yet, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm just kind of getting make sure Max's man is on patrol, and now we're gonna come back, and apparently it's still daytime over here in Giovanni Woods, which isn't very woody anymore. I kind of tore down most of the woods to make the town. There's still a few trees left in the center circle thing, but that's about it. So yeah, we're still kind of waiting. So we've got the skybridge level built on the one tower, and I'm building another apartment complex above it. But we're still waiting, I think, for the skybridge section to be built on the other one, and then we can kind of connect them together. So just kind of taking a look and checking things out. I've got that nice little maglev going around the circle in the city now. Kind of really modernizing things a little bit. And looking at my nuclear power plant there. I don't really have room to expand it at the moment, but I may make some changes to do that at some point. Yeah, I'm checking my processor factory. Looks like it's churning along just fine. It was asking me to expand it, but I can't. I've expanded it as far as it can go. The only way to expand would be to build another one, and I don't have room for another one at the moment. So you know, if I can get more and more people living in megatowers, I can maybe make room and get rid of some of the residential stuff on the ground, and from there I can maybe add some more processors and create more processors and create more other stuff. Look at how many students are coming out of the university right there. It's like this huge crowd of people. So yeah, I was just doing some tweaks to the university, and they're still researching the space center. Not quite done yet. They take their time with their research, don't they? And just kind of looking at the mega tower here. It's really kind of cool looking things. I really like them. Okay, so it looks like, yep, we're ready to build. Let's see. So, okay, so I needed the skybridge station. I hadn't started building that yet. So I need to build the skybridge station on the second one. And then we can kind of connect them together. And just kind of looking at some of the buildings around here. They're still looking, you know, they're kind of nice little townhouse apartment block buildings. They're not skyscraper residential buildings just yet, even though it looks like there's one that might be building up now. So I wonder if some of these other buildings will become more modern looking, or if they'll continue kind of looking like, you know, looking kind of like present day stuff. So, yep, there's the, looking at the sky bridge now, but I still have to wait for the other station to finish building. And I was like, oops, okay. So just kind of looking at that. So the skybridge station level, when you build it, has four ways of going. So you can go east, west, north, south, or whatever. So and obviously because of the way I've lined these up, the skybridge is going to go downhill a little bit from the one to the other because they don't have the sky bridges, exactly across from each other. And it took me a minute to figure out how to get the bridge to connect, but there we go. It's not too bad of an angle. Obviously it let me build it, so there we go. So now people can get from one tower to the other without ever having to set foot on the ground. And then, I always like to add additional services and things if we can. I'm kind of looking at the different things that are available to the sky bridges. Or, sorry, to the towers and stuff. So I thought, oh, I'll add an education level. I think that might be an interesting thing. You can always add more education. I'm trying to make this an extremely smart city. So the residents here, I mean, obviously we've got semiconductor factories, we've got consumer electronics factories, we've got a university. I mean, it's just very, very education focused, very, very intelligence focused city. So that's the main focus for the city, where Traviata Knoll is more industrial. I do have a couple of schools in town, but I don't have a ton. I've got the brain power coming out of the city entirely. Alright, so I think I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty shortly now. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you join me again next week. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate all my subscribers. And until next week, take care. Bye-bye.